Well, Gaffer, you've been undone again by another red card.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 games now in 5 that we've gone down. We've played virtually half a game with 10 men. In terms of, obviously they got a man sent off. I mean, they got an extra man for 10 men for 40 minutes. So, I mean, at that point there was no danger. We'd scored. We were pretty much comfortable, but it's avoidable because we'll lose the header. I don't think he has to handle it. I think if they score, they score, but we've still got 11 men. And then the problem was, from then on to half-time, we didn't organise on the pitch. We obviously had to change it and put Godders on, and went 4-4-1. And we're used to it now because we've played it for the last, twice at the last 4 games. But we then went too deep, and the second goal's, rather, you've got 6 men on the pitch is nonsense. And that 20-minute period cost us a game, because at 1-1, you've got something to hang on to. And with the set pieces of Madison, we're always a threat. And then obviously when they go down to 10 men themselves, we have some opportunities, particularly from Wardy's crosses. I thought Dempsey should have scored before they're sending off. But it's just not good enough at the moment, the results, obviously. And we have to overcome this problem at home. I don't think we've won at home since November. That stat itself is not going to match with a team that's going to finish in the playoffs. That has to change. I just said that to the players. We have to be braver. We have to be stronger mentally in terms of finding a way of winning games at home. And the 20-minute period from the moment Ivan got sent off to half-time, we'd lost all concentration and our mentality went.
Yeah, is that difficult? Obviously, when, as I say, you said those 20 minutes, you're looking for leaders on the pitch to wrestle the game back into your sort of grasp, and as you say, there was a distinct lack of that today.
Well, we ended up with too many gaps in the team. They were playing through us. We went too deep, and even at 2-1, I was screaming at the players, just get to half time. We can organise and we change the shape, so we could have outballs to, in particular, Wardy. But it was 1-1 with what was it, 65 minutes to go. There was no need for the panic to set in as it was. And listen, I understand it's difficult. The players at half time, we know, had to get into them and pick them up, in the sense that they're probably thinking, not again. It's happened too many times. But the red card, Ivan, it's avoidable. You should just let the ball go in the net. We should win the first header. The second goal, we've switched off. There's a man standing there, we're screaming, they can see it. No one's organised it. So that was disappointing. But we're giving ourselves a mountain to climb. We really are. And all we can do now is make sure that we get the right result next Saturday. We can't concentrate on the league table. We can't concentrate on what's going to happen. If it's next game, it has to be a win against Wycombe. But we have to do things better and move the ball quicker and be braver on the ball. That's the key.
Is it really frustrating as a manager? Because, as you say, 3 red cards in 5 games. You're not giving yourself a chance, and you're not giving yourselves an opportunity to get 90 minutes in terms of a performance level.
Well, we can't build any momentum. Today was psychologically a big game for us, because we win the game. It's a home win. It's back-to-back wins. I don't think that's been done since October. You then got the next one at home, and you're looking at 3. But it's all ifs and buts, I suppose. But we're just not giving ourselves opportunities to find it easier to win games of football, because I do believe that with 11 men, all those games that we lost, we wouldn't have done.
Yeah. It's a mentality thing as well, is that sometimes when you go down 10 men, you can sort of accept your fate. Is there a mentality that you can actually get the result? Is that what you were looking from the players today, to try and sort of drive again?
I think panic setting. I do. I think we needed to keep our composure. The game was obviously going to shift in terms of they dominated the ball because of that. But we ended up just losing all our concentration. The goal's a very good example of that, and we need to do that better, and we need to be braver on the ball. And I don't mean going around smashing people, I mean taking the ball and things like that. But it's another disappointing result, and we've got to make sure that we get a win next Saturday. There's no doubt about that, but there's certain things I need to see that's better. So yeah, it's a disappointing day, and also for the fans, because our home form is something where you're bread and butter, and at the moment we're just having a real problem, which doesn't help.
And that's obviously gone back a long, long, long way, isn't it? It's the home form has been the Achilles heel all season.
Yeah, it has, and it has to be broken. Something has to change. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere near where we need to get or want to get. Something has to change. I have to find a way of, and I've just spoke to the players and said, we have to be mentally stronger to cope with this. It's not as if there's 50,000 people in the stadium. You know, we've got to be aware of that, and that's not to be disrespectful. It's just the facts. And you see the fans again in the second half when we got a bit of pressure and a bit of momentum, they go with us. But at the moment, we just seem to be, when we're in a position of general control or pretty much control, we just kill ourselves.